Ma'am, what you're doing is theft. Previously on, I said, no. I just came from reception and I have never done galley and I'm afraid of galley. But it seems like every time I come to London, I forget to pack socks. Hey crew, welcome back to my channel for another flight attendant vlog. If you're new, my name is Bridget. I am a New York City based flight attendant for a major US carrier and I vlog my life as a flight attendant. So if that interests you, don't forget to subscribe. So we have two turns, one tomorrow and one on Sunday that we are working, and the one tomorrow starts with a deadhead. If you guys are new or not familiar, deadhead is basically when you fly as a passenger but you are considered working crew. So you know I'm queen of deviations from deadheads, and I was trying to see if I could just deviate from my deadhead, which is LaGuardia to Orlando, and fly straight from home to Orlando and pick up my trip. Unfortunately, there is a work rule that stops me from doing that, so I have to fly to New York to deadhead to Orlando tomorrow morning. So I will see you guys tomorrow when it's time to get ready to head to the airport. Good morning, crew. It is the next day, obviously, and I have just arrived to the airport. We are taking I think 7 o'clock flight to LaGuardia, and I guess I will see you once I get to New York. Okay, you guys, so I have made it to LaGuardia. I am 2 hours early for the departure of my deadhead flight. So I'm just sitting at an empty gate right now, waiting before I have to head back to the gate. So I'll talk to you guys again probably when I get to the gate to Orlando. Okay, you guys, it is 9:58 and I am going to head back over to the next terminal where my deadheading flight is taking out of. Unfortunately, it's not in this terminal, so I have to ride the shuttle back over to the next one. So I'll see you when I get to Orlando. Okay, you guys, so I am in Orlando. I just finished eating in the lounge and I'm heading to my gate to work our flight to Atlanta. I don't know if I told you where we were going. So I deadheaded LaGuardia to Orlando. I work Orlando to Atlanta and then back to LaGuardia. So I'll see you guys on the plane. We are on the plane. We are on a 320 aircraft, an Airbus 320, and the flight's supposed to be full back to LaGuardia. And I will tell you guys how it goes once I get to LaGuardia. So see you later. Hey crew, so it is the end of the day, obviously. I told you I would come back and tell you how the flight was. It was completely full up to our cap, every seat except the middle, of course. Fun fact is that my airline is actually going to end the blocking of middle seats come May 1. So we will be back to full capacity and that should be interesting. One interesting thing about this trip was, like I was saying earlier, apparently the person who was original on this trip said they've changed so many flight attendants. So on this last leg, we actually had a senior mama. And when I say senior mama, I mean senior. To give you guys a bit of context, my seniority number is in the 18,000s. I've been working with my company for 3 years. This lady's seniority number was 260 something. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever worked with anyone that senior, but she was so nice. She was Atlanta based where there are a lot of senior mamas. Yeah, she was really nice. She was really helpful. But other than that, the flight was fine. Everyone was pretty much well behaved. We didn't have any problems. And tomorrow we have another turn. We do a Nassau turn, which out of JFK, where I am the lead flight attendant, unfortunately. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We have like an 8 o'clock report. So talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Good morning, crew. I am in the jet bridge, walking down to the plane. Happy Easter to everyone. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you when I get on the plane. have made it to Nassau. We're actually sitting outside of the plane while they clean it. We got here early actually, which is surprising because we were about 30 minutes late in departure, but we made up the time in the air. So yeah, I'll show you guys my view and then we'll be back on the plane to New York and then I'll be done. Hey crew, so I am back in JFK. We are finished with the trip and the second leg was definitely more trying than the first leg. On the second leg back to New York, we had a lot of people who were not listening to the mask rule, having to remind them constantly prior to us even leaving the Bahamas. And yeah, that's about it. Other than that, everyone was quiet. There's not much to do anyways, so that's it. I'm off for about 10 days. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up something, but I will see you guys when I get home. Hey crew, so it's the next day after the end of our, we're gonna call it 2 days of turns. Sorry I didn't come back last night. I had a bit of a hunger headache that was kicking my butt, so I just came home and went straight to sleep. But I told myself that I had to come back and tell you how the trip was. I know I spoke to you guys in the airport, but while I was sitting waiting for my commuting flight home, I remembered that I didn't tell you guys just a little quick story from the first flight. So I know I told you this flight from Nassau back to JFK, we were having mask compliance problems, but going to Nassau, we had a lot of what looked like teenage girls on the flight traveling by themselves, and a few of them were in first class. Now obviously you know that, or if you don't know, my airline is still only booking each cabin to a certain cap. So the two teenage girls are sitting and then in the first class, and then we figured out that they weren't traveling by themselves. There was a group of them and the remaining girls were sitting in the main cabin. On my airline's aircrafts, there is a divider curtain or mesh curtain to separate first class and main cabin. Some flight attendants are adamant on closing it so that main cabin passengers cannot come up into first class to use the bathroom. Some are indifferent, and I'm one of the ones that are indifferent. This flight, I closed the curtain because people were consistently coming from the back of the plane. I mean, the back of the plane, where there's already 2 lavatories to come to use the bathroom in the front. So these 2 girls, remember, are sitting in first class. And then there was 2 other girls who came to the front, I guess, to speak to them and use the bathroom in the front of the aircraft, and decided to plop down in the first class seats that were there and upgrade themselves. So I saw the whole thing play and I was like, no, you need to go back to your seat. When I tell you these girls had the nerve to roll their eyes, like, ma'am, what you're doing is theft. You didn't pay for this seat. You didn't pay for the amenities that came with this seat. So you deciding to self-upgrade is illegal. So I thought that was funny. But other than that, the 2 days of turns wasn't bad. I prefer not to work turns, and that's only in the mindset of being a commuter. It doesn't make sense, but these 2 were not bad. This is the end of this vlog. Thank you guys who made it all the way to the end of the vlog. Thank you for your support, and I will see you in my next vlog. Stay safe and see you soon.